When the Jamie Foxx show first aired in 1996, it launched a generation of rising stars and turned one young comic into a future Oscar winner. But nearly 3 decades later, the laughter has faded, and the cast's real-life journeys have taken turns no sitcom script could have predicted. From breakout fame to personal battles and shocking comebacks, here's the cast then and now, and where they are today in 2026. Jamie Foxx as Jamie King. Jamie Foxx, the man behind Jamie King, the charming, fast-talking dreamer who arrived in Los Angeles determined to make it in music while working at his family's hotel. He was 29 years old when the Jamie Foxx show premiered in 1996, already recognized from In Living Color, yet still years away from becoming one of Hollywood's most bankable multi-hyphenates. After the sitcom concluded in 2001, his decisive breakthrough came in drama. In 2004, he earned critical acclaim for his performance opposite Tom Cruise in Collateral, followed by his portrayal of Ray Charles in Ray, which won him the Academy Award for Best Actor in 2005. He later starred in major films including Django Unchained and Dreamgirls, while simultaneously achieving chart success with singles like Blame It. At his commercial peak, he was leading box office hits and topping music charts, with an estimated net worth reported around $170 million. The unexpected turn came in April 2023, when Foxx was hospitalized due to a serious medical complication. Details were kept private for months, prompting widespread public concern. By 2026, at 58, he has resumed work selectively, maintaining a lower profile. Garcelle Beauvais as Francesca Fancy Monroe. Garcelle Beauvais stepped into the role of Fancy at 30 years old when the Jamie Foxx show premiered in 1996. On screen, she played the polished, intelligent hotel manager who balanced Jamie's impulsive energy with composure and ambition. At the time, Beauvais was already modeling and acting steadily, but this sitcom made her a household name in prime-time television. When the series ended in 2001, her momentum did not stall. She transitioned into drama with a recurring role on NYPD Blue, later appearing in films and series including Coming to America and becoming one of the first black cast members on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. At her career peak, she was acting, producing, and hosting, building an estimated net worth of around $8 million through television, film, endorsements, and business ventures. In 2010, her marriage to talent agent Mike Nylon ended after she publicly addressed his infidelity in widely reported emails. The poised manager audiences once saw weekly faced a very public divorce. Yet she did not retreat from visibility. By 2026, at 59, Beauvais remains active in television and production, no longer just the composed hotel executive from a sitcom, but a media figure who has navigated both professional reinvention and personal upheaval in full public view. Ellia English as Aunt Helen King. Ellia English was 36 years old when the Jamie Foxx show premiered in 1996, portraying Aunt Helen King, the sharp-tongued yet deeply caring co-owner of the King Family Hotel. By the late 1990s, English had become a familiar face in sitcoms, with appearances on Martin, The Parkers, and other network comedies, establishing a steady television presence. During the height of the show's popularity, she maintained consistent work in ensemble casts rather than headline roles. While never positioned as a breakout star, her reliability kept her in demand, and industry estimates place her net worth in the low single-digit millions, built through decades of television work. The shift came quietly after the series concluded in 2001. Unlike some of her co-stars who pivoted into film or reality television, English gradually stepped away from mainstream visibility. Roles became sporadic, and by the 2000s her appearances were limited. Now 66, Ellia English continues to divide her time between Los Angeles and Atlanta, staying active in front of the camera while dedicating herself to community and arts initiatives. With an estimated net worth of around $1 million, her career stands as a testament to endurance. shaped not by fame or headlines, but by steady commitment and quiet resilience. Christopher B. Duncan as Braxton P. Hartnebrig. Christopher B. Duncan was 32 years old when the Jamie Foxx show premiered in 1996, playing Braxton P. Hartnebrig, the wealthy, tightly wound hotel owner whose rivalry with Jamie fueled much of the series' comedy. After the sitcom ended in 2001, he continued working steadily in television, appearing in series such as The First Family, where he portrayed President William Johnson, a role that brought him wider recognition. His physical resemblance later led him to portray Barack Obama in various productions, including The Tonight Show with Jay Leno. That likeness became both opportunity and limitation. The twist in his career was subtle but defining. The more convincingly he played a president, the more narrowly he was cast. Typecasting followed, shaping the kinds of roles offered in the 2000s. While never a tabloid figure, Duncan maintained a consistent television presence, with industry estimates placing his net worth around $5 million, accumulated through decades of acting work. By 2026, at 62, he continues appearing in supporting roles and independent projects. Garrett Morris as Uncle Junior King. Garrett Morris was 59 years old when the Jamie Foxx show premiered in 1996, portraying Uncle Junior King, the wisecracking elder whose sharp humor and musical flair grounded the King family hotel. Long before this sitcom, he made history as an original cast member of Saturday Night Live in 1975, becoming one of the first black performers on the show. His peak years spanned sketch comedy, film, and stage work, building a decades-long resume that later included roles in Martin and Two Broke Girls. Industry estimates place his net worth around $1 to $2 million, reflecting steady but character actor longevity rather than blockbuster wealth. The twist in his story came even before the Jamie Foxx show. In 1994, Morris was shot during an attempted robbery in Los Angeles and survived, a life-threatening event that could have ended his career. Instead, he returned to television, turning resilience into quiet legacy. Now, in 2026, at 89 years old, Morris remains a respected veteran of American comedy, largely retired from regular acting but still celebrated for breaking barriers decades before Uncle Junior ever delivered a punchline. Sherri Shepherd as Sheila Yarborough. Sherri Shepherd, the woman behind Sheila Yarborough, the spirited, outspoken presence who brought fearless energy and sharp unpredictability into the hotel's orbit. She was 29 years old when she joined the Jamie Foxx show in the late 1990s, stepping into a role that matched the series' fast-paced comedic rhythm. Her breakthrough came after the sitcom era. In 2007, she joined The View as a co-host, remaining until 2014 and earning a Daytime Emmy Award as part of the ensemble. That period marked her commercial peak, alongside acting roles in sitcoms like 30 Rock and film appearances. Over the years, her television work, stand-up tours, and hosting gigs helped build an estimated net worth of around $10 million. Following her departure from The View, Shepherd faced a highly publicized divorce and complex legal disputes involving surrogacy and child support in 2014, drawing national media attention. The outspoken presence viewers once saw weekly became central to legal headlines. By 2026, at 59, Shepherd hosts her own daytime talk show, continuing to work steadily in television. Her career defined by reinvention after very public personal challenges. Susan Wood as Cameron. Susan Wood appeared on the Jamie Foxx show in the late 1990s, portraying Cameron, a guest character woven into the hotel's rotating storylines. She was in her early 30s at the time of her appearance, stepping into a series that was already an established WB hit. Unlike the main cast, Wood's role was part of a broader career built largely on guest appearances across network television. During the 1990s and early 2000s, she worked steadily in episodic roles, the kind of performer audiences recognized even if they did not always know her name. Her career peak was defined less by one breakout role and more by consistent bookings during a competitive era of broadcast TV. Public financial estimates are limited, but her net worth is generally considered modest compared to headline stars, reflecting a working actor's steady path rather than blockbuster fame. The shift came gradually after the early 2000s. As network sitcom production declined and casting trends changed, her screen appearances became less frequent. As of 2026, now in her early 60s, Wood maintains a low public profile, largely absent from mainstream acting credits. Andy Berman as Dennis. Andy Berman, the face behind Dennis, the nervous, fast-talking bellman whose awkward timing cut sharply against the show's slick rhythm and hotel chaos. He was 27 years old when he joined the Jamie Foxx show in the late 1990s, stepping into a recurring role that quietly sharpened the sitcom's pace while hinting at a creative versatility that would later define his career far beyond the screen. His early career included acting roles on series such as The Wonder Years, but the real turning point came behind the camera. Rather than chase leading man fame, Berman shifted into writing and producing. He became a key creative force on the USA Network series Psych, serving as writer, executive producer, and director across multiple seasons and later television films. By 2026, at 55, he continues working in television development and production. His legacy tied less to a single role and more to shaping stories from behind the scenes. Industry estimates place his net worth around $5 million, reflecting sustained work in production. Blake Clark as Bob Nelson. Blake Clark was 50 years old when he appeared on the Jamie Foxx show in the late 1990s, portraying Bob Nelson, a blunt, working-class presence who cut through the hotel's polished atmosphere with dry humor. His wider breakthrough came through frequent collaborations with Adam Sandler in films like The Waterboy, 1998, and 50 First Dates, 2004, where his gruff delivery became part of the comedy formula. A defining moment arrived in 2010 when he was chosen to voice Slinky Dog in Toy Story 3, stepping into the role after the death of original actor Jim Varney. It was a major franchise platform late in his career, expanding his audience globally. The emotional turning point, however, was deeply personal. Clark was a close friend of fellow comedian and actor Jim Varney, and Varney's death from lung cancer in 2000 profoundly affected him. Taking over Slinky Dog was not just a professional opportunity, but a tribute to a friend, a role born from loss. While he did not face public scandal or legal turmoil, the transition marked a quiet shift from stand-up frontman to legacy caretaker. Now, at 80 years old, Clark works selectively, largely in voice acting. His estimated net worth has been reported around $5 million, reflecting decades of steady film, television, and voice work. Rona Bennett as Nicole Evans. Rona Bennett was 20 years old when she appeared on the Jamie Foxx show in the late 1990s, playing Nicole Evans, a poised and musically gifted young woman whose presence reflected the show's blend of ambition and romance. Her major breakthrough came not through sitcom fame but as a member of the R&B group En Vogue, which she officially joined in 2003. Performing alongside a Grammy-nominated legacy act that had dominated charts in the 1990s, she toured internationally and helped sustain the group's brand into a new era. For over 2 decades, she remained part of En Vogue's evolving lineup, balancing recording sessions, live performances, and public appearances. The defining twist came in November 2025. Bennett publicly revealed that she learned at the same time as fans that she was not included in En Vogue's performance at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame ceremony. She stated she would have adjusted her personal schedule had she been informed, but the arrangements were made without her involvement. Days later, on November 13, 2025, she officially announced her departure from the group after more than 20 years, describing it as a new season focused on personal values and creative freedom. By 2026, at 49 years old, Bennett is pursuing independent music and personal projects, No longer the ensemble member in a legendary group, but an artist redefining her path on her own terms. Almost 30 years after it first aired, The Jamie Foxx Show lives on, not just in reruns, but in the real lives that unfolded long after the cameras stopped rolling. Now we want to hear from you. Which cast member's journey caught you off guard? And whose story changed the way you remember the show? If you enjoyed this deep dive into the Jamie Foxx Show cast, then and now, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Because the next Hollywood story might be even more unexpected.